So in this video, I want to talk about billing cycles and interest-free period. So I want to discuss how we can use our interest-free period to our advantage so that we don't pay interest on our credit card. Interest-free period is a feature for most credit cards, with banks offering up to 55 days before your purchases start to incur interest. So remember, it's up to 55 days. So it doesn't mean that it's 55 days exactly, but it's up to 55 days. And also depends on how you use your credit card. Credit cards advertise 55 days free of interest maximum. So remember, it doesn't mean that it's 55 days, but it's a maximum of 55 days. It also depends on how you use your card and when in the billing cycle you make the purchase. Research shows that 85% of card holders get 0 days interest free. So there are about 85% of people who don't actually take advantage of the interest-free period. First thing that you need to know is that if you don't pay your debt in full when it is due by the credit card company, then interest is charged from the date of purchase. So if you don't take advantage of the days that they give you interest free, then they'll start charging interest from the day that you made that purchase, effectively losing the benefit of the interest-free period. So I just want to explain this concept with an example. So in this example, we can see here that from 1 June to 30 June, that is your billing cycle. In a previous video, I said that the average billing cycle is about 30 days. So that's what I'm going to use for this example. So that is your billing cycle. The statement date will then be 1 July and the due date is 25 July. So effectively what we're saying is that any purchases that you make from 1 June to 30 June, if you pay them before the 25th of July, you don't incur any interest. So if we look at a further example where we have the following transactions on 1 June of 1.5, 7 June of 2.5, and 18 June of 10,000, 25 June of 1,000, and 28 June of 1.2. We can see here that the interest-free period that we have, so the first one that we made on the 1st of June of 1.5, we've got 55 days to then make payment that will not incur interest. And then for the transaction on the 28th of June, we've got 27 days interest-free before we then start incurring interest. So remember, I said that if you don't make the payment when it is due, you will then be charged interest from the day of the transaction. So on the transaction for the 1st of June, you'll be charged interest from 1 June, and the one for the 28th of June, you'll be charged interest from the 28th of June. So forfeiting the interest-free period then makes you incur interest from the date of purchase. So if you make a purchase on the 1st of July, that will fall into the next billing cycle, then which will be payable on the 24th of August. So the cycle continues on and on and on. So we can see that if we use our credit cards smartly and we then pay off our amounts due when they are due, we can actually use our credit cards and not have to pay any interest at all. So what would be smart then is to say in your billing cycle to make a purchase on the 1st of June, for example, then you've got 55 days to make payment before interest incurs. And then you make sure that you keep on doing the same thing. So you can actually use your credit card wisely to make purchases without actually paying any interest if you use it wisely. But if you don't make the payments, that's when interest will incur. And then if you don't keep on not making payments, it will then grow and grow and grow. And that's how some people find themselves with a large amount owing on their credit cards. There are some transactions that incur interest immediately. For example, cash withdrawals from your credit card, gambling charges, and transferring from one credit card to another credit card or bank account. So the second thing I want to discuss is your billing cycle. So billing cycle is simply the time period between billing statements. The length of your billing cycle may vary from issuer to issuer and may range from 27 days to 31 days. However, did say before that the average billing cycle period is 30 days, but this can also be different from issuer to issuer. At the end of your billing cycle, your statement is compiled by your credit card provider, and you have until the due date to make the payment. So just to highlight, the interest-free period is something that's offered by most issuers. Make sure you understand the terms and conditions, and please also do your own research and find out from your issuer, your credit card issuer, what the interest-free period, if there is one. This is just for information purposes only. But in our example, the interest-free period is a maximum of 55 days. So if you make a purchase as early as possible in your billing period, you've got about 55 days to make that payment before it then incurs interest. And the later you make a purchase in your billing cycle, it then reduces the interest-free period that you have as well. So in simple words, we can use our credit cards to make purchases and not pay interest on them. We can use them for our advantage. And also remember, if you make payments in full, it also increases and improves your credit score. So your credit card can actually be a tool that works for you. So you can use it to purchase whatever you want and pay it before your interest-free period finishes, and also use that to then improve your credit score. So it's something that can be very beneficial and shouldn't be looked at as a negative thing. Billing cycle differs from issuer to issuer. So it can be from 27 days to 31 days, but average, it's usually 30 days. So any transactions that happen between those days will then be included on your statement, and that is your billing cycle. Make sure that when you do get your statement from the issuer, you also understand what is your billing cycle and then when to then make purchases, so that you can use these two things to then improve your cash flow, improve your credit score, and also your peace of mind. Hi guys, my name is Nosi, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do subscribe and support me. Please like and share, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.